Hey, what is up everybody? It is KATAIR Gaming here today bringing you a brand new build video for the Division 2. Now, this build absolutely shreds. I hit anywhere from 40 to 60k, in normalized or occupied, it doesn't really matter. You land your headshots, I promise you this build is ever so rewarding. I absolutely love this thing. Now, since it is a glass cannon, you are very squishy, but that plays towards the advantage of this build actually. So let's go ahead and jump into some gameplay. If you're interested in the build, I'll go ahead and leave a timestamp right here if you just want to jump into it immediately. And just go ahead and enjoy this video, you guys. Here we go. Dude, they're already here. Headquarters is down. I'm gonna try and get... Never mind, I was gonna try and get you up. Cam B's almost down.
Yeah, to your right.
Yeah, I know, I see him. Yo, come to me, I'm gonna put a hive on the ground. Okay, we're in it, just stay here.
One's with us on the right side.
Focus the one on right. Headquarters is almost down, I'm gonna push that. I couldn't get him. I'm falling back to the hive. There's one coming up behind y'all, too.
They stayed focused in me, that was rough. I just tried to strafe around you guys to give you guys more time. And I spawned super far away, so...
That's fine.
We got another one of their guys with a Colt.
Dude, they all spawned over here with me. Literally all of them.
I'm working on getting to you. We're gonna have to fight it because Colt may feed them to win it.
I'm running back.
Be a bitch move, but I could see him doing that.
I've got 3 on me. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Thank you for the backup.
Yep. He's down too.
Finishing people. Nice.
He's down too.
Behind.
The other one's behind us.
Good shit, you guys. They're gonna pick that one guy up. Nice. It's our spawn now, it's our spawn. Guy jumped off the ledge. I'm dropping a hive up here.
I hit him with the blinder.
Yep.
Don't rush him too hard, he's got a shotgun gun.
How are you guys down?
I punched him as I went down. Now, if you come over to the base of operations, go to Specializations. It doesn't really matter which one of these you select. Gunner, Demolitionist, Survivalist, Sharpshooter. It's all your personal preference. I just like Survivalist because of the 15% increased outgoing healing. Like, that's okay with me. And then, just whatever you do, you really don't need anything else unlocked except for this 15% increased assault rifle damage bonus. It's the best thing on there, I promise you. Hopefully you enjoyed that gameplay. Let's go ahead and jump straight into the build. Now, I'll switch my weapons up sometimes, but mainly I run an AK with the Eagle Bearer, or just double AKs, or maybe AK Nemesis. It really depends on the team I'm fighting. But either way, both of my AKs have measured in Allegro, and they both have these exact same mods on it. The small RDS scope, minus 5% accuracy, plus 15% stability, precision, 7.62 magazine with 7% headshot damage on that. Then we have an angled grip with plus 10% stability. Now, since one of them is a black market AK, which for some reason has like lower base damage, that's really weird. Well, it's a 494, I guess I should expect that. Well, we have that one extra little mod on there, which I think would be the long underbarrel rail. Yeah, that would be it. The vertical grip for the accuracy. Now, for my secondary weapon, sometimes I'll switch it out and just go with the Eagle Bearer, which is like 1k off of max. It goes like up to 28. I'm sitting at 27.3 with it. And then other times, I'll switch it up and run my Nemesis, and then go to my AK and switch the long optics rail for the ACOG scope for the plus 20% optimal range, and it actually does proc the little Nemesis talent for the extra headshot damage down at the bottom. All holstered gain plus 25% headshot damage when scoped with your current weapon. So that shreds too if you're looking for a little bit extra headshot damage. Now to go ahead and actually jump into the builds, we're going to start out with this Araldi holster. 711 skill power with Devastating. We have an offensive systems mod slot with 1.5% weapon damage, 4% assault rifle damage, and then 2% pistol damage, which I'm really not worried about that third one on there. Now for our chest piece. Don't forget, you can absolutely 100% max this out. You could get like 20% headshot damage, you could put 16% weapon damage on there instead. Now, what I'd like to do is switch this armor on here to the plus 30% total armor. So that plus 30% total armor on there, I'd probably roll that over onto here. Once I get the correct backpack, I'll explain that in just a minute. Now, we have weapon damage, headshot damage, and then we have a huge bonus armor roll of 42,000. We have Berserk and Hardened. Our offensive systems mod slot goes 1.5% weapon damage, 4% assault rifle damage. Obviously there's better mods out there, but these are currently what I have. Now for our Gilligarden mask, we have Spotter. We have 15,000 health, 250 skill power. If you had 300 to 400 skill power on this mask, I have no idea what my character is doing. Please excuse her. Oh, okay, she finally opened her eyes. Now, if you have 300 to 400 skill power, you could actually proc a higher Hive mod, which I will show later on in the video. Now, we have 154 skill power on our utility mod slot. For the backpack, we have a Gilligard backpack. 10.5% total armor, 5% weapon damage, 227 skill power on the ropes, hardened utility mod slot, defensive mod slot, which means you really need to get the bighorn backpack for the Gilligard. The plus 20% hazard protection kind of really does help you out against people who use the blinding status effect from the Firefly. You people know who you are. And then there's that brand new pulse, the Banshee. It also lessens that disorient duration, so it's actually kind of nice to have two-piece Gilligard in all honesty. Now, what I was talking about earlier about talking yell about this backpack, 10.5% total armor, you don't want that. If you can, get like 25,000 or 30,000 bonus armor and roll that onto your backpack. And if you can, for your chest piece, make sure that's a 30% total armor. It'll get you a lot higher current armor than this glass cannon type of build has at 313. It might even bring you up to about 340. And I'm kind of thinking more along the lines 350, but that seems a little bit of a stretch. We have a 4,000 bonus armor, 4% total armor, and then like 2% protection from Elite's defensive system mod. Our utility mod slot gives us extra drone skill power, which I'm not too worried about. I will switch it up and run a drone sometimes. I switch my skills out a lot. I'll show you all the setups for all the skills that I've run in this video. And then of course the 435 Kim Launcher skill power, which is really what I was more worried about there. Now we have Araldi gloves for the accuracy headshot damage type thing, paired with the holster. We have Precise rolled on there, and obviously there's room for 2% more assault rifle damage on the gloves. I just haven't gotten quite lucky enough, so that'd be a 12% assault rifle damage bonus. And this build would hit even harder. Now for the knee pads, I wanted to make sure this was a 747 type build. So I'm using ongoing directive. Yes, I know it doesn't give me an active talent. I don't mind. I kill people with it. Like, it's really quick. I love this thing. Now we have 446 skill power. We have a utility system electronics mod for 114 skill power, 336 Kim Launcher skill power, and our offensive mod slot comes with 1.5% weapon damage and 4% assault rifle damage. This is beautiful. Now for our Kim Launcher, I'm actually using 250% heals, which leaves me at an armor repair of 104,000. I'm sitting at 52.2% for one of my heals, for a 2600 unlock, and a 54.8% heal for a 2743. Now, if we even had 100 or 200 extra skill power on our mask, we could actually, yeah, it is about 200, we could actually unlock that 58% heal. Could you imagine having two 58% heals on your builds? Yeah, I just need a better Gilligard mask. If I could get one for like 400 skill power, that would be on point, I promise you. Now, if I run this in a team, half the time my teammates already have like 3 pulses on them, so I'll switch it up. But if I'm solo, I'll run this specific pulse just because I get it back quickly and I can break it. I know it says a cooldown of 50 seconds, but if I throw it out there and break it, it cuts that cooldown duration in half. Now, I have a cooldown reduction mod on here for 57.6, which is at 2882 skill power, and that is pretty crazy. Now, in order to make this possible, I do have an auxiliary battery for a pulse skill power mod at 1040, which I know is a little bit hard to get, but if you can get that, you are set. Now, when I run this with a Hive, I run a 70k healing. Obviously, there are better mods out there, but this is currently what I have. I run 2 auxiliary mods for the Hive, and it leaves us at a whopping 95k healing. Now, if you partner that 95k healing with the chem launcher that currently has 104k armor repair, that goes pretty damn well together. And of course, if you want to run a fixer drone with it, I really would not recommend the defender drone because you're trying to kind of get your armor down a little bit to get you some more damage. But for this drone, you can have a 1035 drone skill power auxiliary battery, and then you can have the 28% armor repair and 25% armor. Actually, I think we can get a 29 if I can actually ever scroll up to that, because they never fixed this on PlayStation. You kind of have to play a game of poke around everything and then finally get to the correct slot. Okay, 29%. Actually, yeah, okay. 29%, and then 25 is my highest for that one, so that's some crazy healing. It's not bad. But the problem I have with the fixer drone is it likes to run off on me during fights. I don't know if anyone's like ever had this problem. It's really strange. So I prefer not to run the drone. I'll either run my pulse or a hive. Now if someone starts shooting my hive out, I'll switch to a drone. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm not too worried about that. And if you head over to the stats page, you can see all our little stuff on the ropes. Hardened, Berserk, Hardened, Spotter, Precise, Devastating. This build hits extremely hard. We have our little weapon talents. That's the AK and the Eagle Bearer right there. Oh, and it's kind of nice to have protected reload on your pistol if you're down for that. It's really not bad at all, I promise you. Now we have 24.4k weapon damage on an AK. This is generally a 27 to 29k AK. But since it has measured on it and it does apply in the stat screen, it does go down to 24.4k, which you think would be incredibly low, but is actually pretty damn high. Considering it leaves you at a fire rate of like 780 or 790 for the AK, you just obliterate people. Even in face trades with P4s, I don't care. This thing shreds. Now we have 19.5% all weapons damage bonus, which obviously could go up by probably 10% more, because we only have 5% on our 5% weapons damage on our chest piece and 5% weapon damage on our backpack. So if you are a damage junkie like me, you'd probably want to slap like 16% on the chest piece or 10% on the backpack. I'm hitting 40 to 60k, even with only 5% on my chest piece and backpack. Imagine if you could amp that up. That would be crazy. Then we have 47% assault rifle damage bonus. Don't forget we're missing out on that 2% on our gloves. We have that 29% damage to health. Once you get someone's armor bar off, I don't care if they have like 200,000 health. It's a rip. There's no way they're surviving your bullet, I promise you. Now we have 313k armor, which could obviously come up. That's actually not the greatest for running around solo with. People are going to shred you at this moment. Maybe next update, when people are hitting a lot harder. My god, I can't wait for this build next update. It's gonna shred you guys, I promise. Now, we only have 43,000 health. Once our armor bar is off, you are just pretty much dead. There's no saving you. Now, we only have 1973 skill power, but our drone skill power is sitting at 3,145. Our hive skill power, whenever we equip that, goes up crazy high. It's like somewhere around, I want to say like 27 or 2,800. And then, of course, we have our chem launcher skill power sitting over there at 2745. If we get an extra 200 skill power on our Gilligard mask, that would bring us up to like 2,900, and that would be like the max chem launcher mod. So, happy hunting, you guys. I did the majority of this farming and occupied DZ. Best of luck to you. Now, if you enjoyed this video today, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I greatly appreciate all of y'all's support to help me with this channel. Don't forget to turn on that notification bell, and well, as usual, you guys, I will catch all of you next time. Bye, everyone!